Today I learned how to make these really beautiful background animations in Framer. It's very simple, so I'll share how to make some examples. First, we have to open the Noise and Texture plugin in Figma. And if you open the animation tab, you can see there are like a couple different animation types. I'll start with the mesh gradation, I think. And you can select the colors you want in the gradation. I'm gonna change the colors to a more cool gradation with like green and blue. Yep. And there are various like properties that you can adjust the gradation to change the blur. Like when I lower the blur, you can kind of see what the background of this mesh is. To give a more natural gradation, I'll keep the blur high. And I think when you turn off the animation toggle, the gradation movement is a bit more like slower with less randomness. There's different blend types, but I won't do it for now because you can change it in Framer. Yep, changing the frequency. I think like playing around with the properties, you can see what you can make. Yeah, and this, it seems like behind the blur, there's this like wavy pattern going on. Yep, and when you want to export it, make sure the width and height is 100% and copy the iframe embed. And I came to Framer and selecting, I think it's the embed option, making the embed area to fit the screen. You change the width and height to relative 100, and I think the height is best at viewpoint 100. Yeah, I'll change it to viewpoint 100. Then because this is an embed element, you can add HTML code that you copied from your Figma plugin. Yep, and you can see how the gradients, we just created a gradient background. For the second demo, I'll show how to make like the underwater effect. Yeah, you go back to the Figma plugin and there's this under like ray animation. You can change the color, the intensity of the rays, the number of the rays, like how far the rays reach. Yes, and for opacity and blend, I'll skip. And you copy the iframe embed like before and create a embed object. And I'll just adjust the size to fit the screen, just same as before. And yeah, it's always best to make the screen itself fit all its content. Yep, and you can see, you can add the copied code to your element object. And because it seems very strong, I think I'm gonna try to change the properties a bit to make it a bit more natural underwater animation. And you just have to replace your code there. But it didn't seem to make much of a difference, so I lower the opacity. For the next animation, I'm gonna make this strange I don't know, pattern animation. Can change the intensity, the speed of the movement. I'm gonna make the colors a bit darker, maybe, to give a more, I think looks nice for some scientific research page because it kind of looks like some strange cell movement. I may just adjust the colors to your liking and the intensity as well. When you're ready to export, copy the iframe embed and come back to Framer. I'll do the same setup process for the iframe and add the HTML code to the element. And you can see the strange moving ball animation being added to your screen. I think I want to change the background to a darker color. So I just added a frame to wrap around this animation object, make it a little bigger.